Barton.
Present.
Present Council Cahill.
Present.
Present Council Capano.
Present.
Present Council Calucci.
Present.
Present Council Creighton.
Present.
Present Council Seer.
Present.
Present Council Ford.
Present.
Present Council Lozey.
Present.
Present Council Net.
Present.
Present Council Phelan.
Present.
Present Council Trahan. Present 11 present.
Can we all please rise for a moment of silence? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We need a motion to accept the minutes of September 10th and 24th.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
We have no communications. Public hearings, petitioner Rincon, Mara, Persano, Basilio, and Canacion for permission to add a full liquor license, all alcohol, to an existing restaurant with a current beer and wine license at 350 Washington Street.
I'd like to open the public hearing for anybody wishing to speak in favor. Please.
Good evening. My name is Betsy Encarnacion. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with this. Can you hear me? Sorry. I don't know if you're familiar with the restaurant, but we're a family restaurant. We've been around for almost 20 years. You know, for us, we get people who come in, like, do you have margaritas or just sangria or something other than beer or wine, because not everyone drinks beer and wine. We just want to keep it, still family-oriented, classy restaurant, just help our sales a little bit, just better the business a little bit. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Anybody in favor? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody wishing to speak in opposition? Anybody in opposition? Seeing no one wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Council Creighton.
Mr. President, through you to the members, I'd like to speak in favor of this petition. I've known the family for many years. It's a great business in downtown and a great business for the whole city of Lynn, so I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Councilor Cahill.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd just like to echo Councilor Creighton's sentiments. Great restaurant, great family. I'd like to emphasize that this is an on-premise consumption. This is an off-premise. I know there's been businesses in the area that have come for an off-premise sales license that we've denied. I think it's important to say that this is going to be consumed in the restaurant. They've been a stellar business. I don't think we've ever had any problems with them or known of any problems with them. So I think this is great. This is adding to the downtown restaurant vibe of the building down there. So I commend Councilor Creighton's work on this, and I hope the council approves.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Council Barton.
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill.
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano.
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci.
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton.
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer.
Yes.
Yes. Council Ford.
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey.
Yes.
Yes. Council Net.
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan.
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan.
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes. Petitioner Light Tower Fiber Networks for permission to install approximately 385 linear feet of 4-inch PVC concrete enclosed conduit starting at National Grid's manhole 17 and connecting to National Grid's manhole 16, also to National Grid's manhole 15, and another conduit from there to 170 South Common Street.
I'd like to open the public hearing for anybody wishing to speak in favor.
Yes, my name is Chris Kramers. I work for Phoenix Communications. I represent Light Tower Fiber Networks. We're looking to place a new fiber optic cable from the existing network that Light Tower has in the National Grid system to 170 South Common to feed a Sprint cell tower on the roof. Right now, there isn't any free available conduit for 2 sections, so we need to do some street construction just to add an extra conduit between the manholes. I do have some samples of the plans if anybody would like to see them.
We could actually enter them into the record if you'd like.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilor. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody in opposition? Seeing no one wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Councilor Capano.
Yes, I met with the petitioner, and this came up last month and was, I think, mistakenly advertised as a National Grid petition. It's not. It's fiber optics for Kajiano Plaza on South Common Street. I saw the plans, and it makes sense, and I'd like to make a motion to grant.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call.
Council Barton? Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey? Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan? Yes. 11 yes. Public hearing relative to a burnt, dilapidated, or dangerous building or other structure or vacant parcel of land located at 28 Bayview Avenue.
I'd like to open the public hearing for anybody wishing to speak in favor. Anybody in favor? Anybody in favor? Seeing no one wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody in opposition?
My name is Catalina Penichatakis Kudinas and Calvin Anderson here. We're members of the Historical Commission, and we'd like to just get more information of the property, possibly a tour if possible.
Thank you.
And a careful reading of the current demolition law on the books says that our body should be informed before there's a public hearing, just to let you know.
Anybody else wishing to speak in opposition? Anybody in opposition? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Before I go to Councilor Calucci, Madam Clerk, can you just state for the record whether or not this public hearing was properly advertised?
Yes, this was advertised properly in accordance with the law sent down by the law department and with their instructions.
Thank you. Councilor Calucci?
So I'd like to make a motion to demolish it. It's an eyesore. It's been there for years now. The woman died. She was a nice Greek woman. Her husband, I guess it's a long story, with a reverse mortgage now, no one knows who owns it. The bill department 100 times, fixing it up, boarding it up, so let's just demolish it.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes. Public hearings to be set down. I can read them together and you can separate them if you like. Petition of A1 Crystal Clean Services, Michael Silvier and Desiree Silvier for permission for an auto detailing business at 1073 Weston Avenue, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Petition of Comcast for permission to place 1 3-inch PVC conduit, 50 plus or minus feet in a southwesterly direction, and then 6 feet plus or minus in an easterly direction to the property at 888 Weston Avenue. Petition of Ernie's Harvest Time, Ernie Fratangelo, for permission for a sign permit at 597 Essex Street, and petition of Ernesto Auto Body and Repair, Alejandro Perez, for permission to add auto body to existing auto repair at 129 Commercial Street.
If there's no objection to taking those together, we can set those down as one motion for public hearings. What's the wish of the council?
Yes.
Motion is set down for public hearing. Do I hear a second? Second. Discussion? Roll call.
Council Barton? Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council Ford? Yes. Council Lozey? Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan? Yes. 11 yes. Unfinished business? I have no unfinished business. The Council Capano wants to take something from the table if you want to do it here.
Do you have a motion, council?
Yes, I'd like to take Tatiana's auto off the table.
This
Take
is, do you want me to read the petition so they know what it is?
Sure.
Tatiana's Auto Body, 46 Bennett Street, to add an auto rental business to existing auto body business.
I'm going to take that as a motion by Councilor Capano just to take it off the table. Do I hear a second? Second. Discussion, roll call to remove from the table.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey? Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan? Yes. 11 yes.
Councilor Capano.
Yes, I've spoken to the owners of Tatiana's. They put a significant investment into the building, new sprinkler system, begun paving the lot, and they're the only business on Bennett Street that don't have any cars in front of their business. So I would like to make a motion that we grant them this, but still put the stipulation like the rest of the businesses on Bennett Street, that no work be done on the sidewalk and no cars be parked out in front of the business.
Second. Take that as a motion with stipulation, seconded by Councilor Trahan. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes.
Thank you, Council.
Committee reports, Ways and Means Committee. We have 2 items on the agenda that they requested emergencies. Do you want me to read them?
Please.
Okay. Ordered that the City of Lynn and the City Lynn Park Commission is hereby authorized to advertise a request for proposal for the management and operation of the Gannon Municipal Golf Course and associated restaurant and banquet facility for a period of 61 months. Further ordered that the City of Lynn, through its Mayor and Park Commission, may execute a 61-month lease agreement for the management and operation of the Gannon Municipal Golf Course and associated restaurant and banquet facility.
Council Lozey.
Mr. President, unanimous decision of the Ways and Means Committee, motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Councilor Cahill.
Hey, Mr. President, through you to, we asked the law department to come up. I just have 2 very quick questions.
Attorney Lyon.
Thank you. 2 questions. If the city enters into an agreement for another private entity to manage the golf course, what responsibilities would the city have? I know we're responsible for the infrastructure and the buildings and so on and so forth, but what are, with ADA compliance and that building, primarily the clubhouse being built, no WPA project, will we be on the hook, the city be on the hook to bring that up to code?
My understanding is the city would not be required to bring it up to code unless certain percentages hit with repairs to a particular building. So if there were substantial renovations to the clubhouse that meets, and Mike Donovan, the building commissioner would know this percentage, if they reach that percentage, then they would be required to become ADA compliant. Similar to Fraser Field, there is a variance procedure with the architectural access board that we use with Fraser Field. It was not feasible to, especially the third base line, in order to have that getting accessible. But absent repairs that meet that threshold, the clubhouse, for example, would not be ADA compliant. I do not know the other buildings' situations, whether they are not ADA compliant. I would imagine that the clubhouse itself is not compliant up to the current code.
And we'll be the city will have total control over what is repaired or what renovations are done at the clubhouse?
The way this RFP is written and the contract is written, any expense $5,000 and under, the successful bidder will be responsible for those repairs. Any amount over $5,000, the city of Lynn, moving forward, will be responsible for those repairs.
And my last question, membership. Currently there is, I'm assuming now there's a preference for Lynn residents. What type of preference, if any, will be given to Lynn residents? The fear is that it becomes a place where folks from Lynn can't afford to play.
My understanding is that there is a set fee for Lynn residents to be members at the Gannon Golf Course. I believe it's a $200 increase if you do not reside in the city of Lynn. The RFP specifically states that at least for calendar year 2014, the rates will not change. During the course of the 61-month lease, the successful bidder, the operator of the golf course would be free to go to the park commission and ask for those fees to be adjusted. My understanding is that the current operator has basically a biannual basis come to the park commission to make similar requests, but the city of Lynn, through its park commission, will always have the ability to determine what the rates will be, whether, no matter who is operating the course moving forward, that remains solely in the hands of the park commission.
Well, that raises a concern for me. So if Lynn residents are paying at a lower rate, and I'm a private entity trying to maximize my profits, why would I ever solicit any Lynn residents? Why wouldn't I try to go out and be aggressive on getting out-of-city folks to become members and thus taking spots away from them? It's kind of like school choice. That's why we don't like school choice.
My understanding is that the membership has dropped in recent years. There, at one time, in my tenure here, there was a cap on non-residents. No further non-residents would be allowed to join the golf course. Because of the drop in membership, the current operator came to the park commission and asked for that cap to be released. The park commission would always be free to reinstate that cap. The membership numbers get to a point where it will be warranted to cap the non-resident. The park commission, the city of Lynn Park Commission would always have the ability to reinstitute that policy that was my understanding was in effect for many years.
Well, if we put up to bid now for a 5-year bid, we couldn't change the terms of that agreement midway. Is there any way to instill a cap now, or at least give the ability for the Parks Commission to invoke a cap? Just because obviously the last couple of years have been the worst economic downturn this country has seen in a generation. What you don't want is for the good times to start rolling around again, and then once that happens, then people can't enjoy the game of golf course.
The only guarantee that every bidder is assured is that the rates for 2013 will not change to 2014. The park commission is free, if they so wish, to institute a cap on non-resident members to the course. They will leave it to the city's best interest. I would imagine that would have an effect on potential bidders' bids if the feeling is, again, a golf course could use more members. The GBA, the current operator, indicated that they could use more members and urged the park commission to relinquish that cap. But the park commission could make that rule. There's no promises to any bidder with respect to caps with non-resident members.
I'd like to reserve any further questions. I'll defer.
Yeah, just to take off of what Councilor Cahill said, the bottom line is, through the Park Commission, we have the ability to give priority to Lynn residents to use the golf course if we so choose.
With the park commission, the park commission can cap non-resident members. They could increase non-resident members' fees. They could reduce resident fees if they so see fit. The only promise in this RFP is what the fees are in 2013 will remain the same in 2014, and the park commission retains that ultimate control.
Council said.
Thanks. To also continue that, I understand about the members, but I go up there and play a couple times a year. The first thing I always ask me, am I a resident? So I'm not a member up there, but I'm a resident of the city, and that's what that course was built for the residents of the city, to be able to go up there, have an affordable, enjoyable time in a country club atmosphere. That's exactly what that gives you when you go up there. The concern is not just for the members or the future members, but someone who wants to go up and occasionally play golf. You pay a lower rate if you're a resident of the city, and I'm not trying to keep anybody from outside because I think it's a beautiful place. But I also have a lot of concerns and reservations about this right now. The only reason why I voted in favor of it in the back room was because we were told we have to vote for it. But I'm just not comfortable, to be honest with you. So.
This RFP has no effect on the rates. Rates remain 2012, 2013, 2014. Preferences for residents and non-residents always remain exclusively in the jurisdiction of the park commission. And regardless of ABC company running it, GBA running it, that remains with the park commission. Nothing changes because this is going up to bid.
Any additional questions? If I may, Attorney Lynn, my understanding there was an Inspector General's opinion rendered the last day or so on the EDIC proposal. Could you please explain what that is?
Correct. Council President had requested an opinion from our office whether the Inspector General's office would approve a lease agreement between the City of Lynn to the EDIC to operate the Gator Municipal Golf Course, rather than guessing what the Inspector General would rule. We requested an opinion from the, they issued an opinion yesterday in writing. They indicated that pursuant to Chapter 30B, Section 1, E, and agree the City of Lynn would be able to enter into an agreement with the EDIC to operate the golf course. The last paragraph of that from the Inspector General's office stated, however, if the EDIC was operating the golf course and they needed subcontractors, they would need to follow 30B, and they would also have to put together an RFP for any subcontractor, whether it be maintaining the greens, whether it be running the restaurant or the golf shop. The only caveat would be if the EDIC possesses sufficient staffing at this time to operate the course similar to what the City of Lynn did prior to 2001, then they would not have to follow 30B. So their opinion is one way or the other, whether it's the city putting out the bid or through an agreement with the EDIC, absent probably some significant hiring on the part of the EDIC, it would have to go out to bid by one of those entities.
Questions? There's a motion on the floor that's been seconded. Roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
No.
No. Council Ford?
No.
No. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 9 yes. This request for an emergency on that as well.
Roll call, please.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
No.
No. Council Ford? No. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 9 yes. The second item on the agenda is recommends that the Lynn School Committee establish a policy that all unopened, unused school lunches and milk containers be donated to local food banks to help feed and nourish those in need.
Mr. President, that was a unanimous vote of the committee. Motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call. Discussion. Council Calucci, excuse me.
President, we drive down the street, we see the billboards, 1 out of 6 children are starving, going to bed hungry. A friend of mine called me, she says, I'm watching them just pull the lunches away, the milk away, the oranges away, and the apples away. So I called the law department, and he, I commend him for the work he did. Should we tell about the legality of that?
Actually, Attorney George Michaelos in our office had communication with the Lynn School Department, who checked with both the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the federal government. The City of Lynn receives the federal subsidies with respect to school lunches. There is no prohibition for the City of Lynn to adopt such a program. It is in the exclusive jurisdiction of the Lynn School Committee to formally adopt this. The order before you, it's a recommendation that sponsored by Council would be to recommend that the Lynn School Committee adopt such a policy to prevent hunger and to provide unused food to the most needy citizens.
Thank you.
I would like, the school committee to vote. I'd like the kids to take it home if they want to. If not, donate to the food pantries. It's a no-brainer. It's a travesty to throw food away.
Take that as a form of a motion to approve. Seconded. Discussion. Council Barton.
Mr. President, that's going to put more work on the custodians, and they're negotiating a contract, so I hope they take that into consideration when they're negotiating their contract.
Thank you. Any other comments? Discussion? Roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes, 11 yes. Public Safety Committee, the following individual was appointed Constable Roberto Mejas, 86 Lowell Street, Methuen.
Public Safety, Council.
That was unanimous vote of committee, motion to approve.
Motion made, seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
License Committee,
Council Trahan? Motion to accept the report. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
sorry, Public Property Committee, there's 3 orders and they've requested emergencies. Should we take them separately or want me to read
If
them?
there's no objection, we can take those together. Unless anybody wants to do one individually.
I'll read them if you want to separate. Order that the city-owned property of Boston Street, parcel 054319023 be conveyed to Peter Scrimazeus Realty Trust in consideration of $6,100 with the stipulation that parcel be used for parking and/or landscaping only. Order that the city-owned property at 35 Cedar Street be conveyed to Ryan Nevedomsky, 43 Cedar Street, in consideration of $4,000 with the stipulation that parcel be used for parking and/or landscaping only. In order that the City of Lynn formally requests an easement from the Lynn Housing Authority for the purpose of expanding and improving the Wyoming Square Municipal Parking Lot. Further order that a run of the mayor shall have the authority to execute all documents necessary for the City of Lynn to acquire the easement from the Lynn Housing Authority with the approval of the Massachusetts Department of Housing and Community Development.
Council Calucci? Unanimous vote of the committee. Take that in the form of a motion. Do I hear a second? Second. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Cahill?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes, 11 yes.
And on the emergency, please, roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Cahill?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes, 11 yes. And we have several Finance Committee orders that they've requested emergencies. I'll do the same, I'll read them all together.
Thank you.
Order that the City Comptroller be and is hereby authorized to take the following action. Certify as an available fund the amount of $1,189,259.00 as allotted to the City of Lynn School Department by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education for Title II-A Ed Quality Program, grant period 10/1/13 to 6/30/14. Certify as an available fund the amount of $22,441.00 as allotted to the City of Lynn School Department by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education for RTTT Project 4.2 Evidence-Based Early Literacy Grant, grant period 7/1/13 to 6/30/14. Certify as an available fund the amount of $286,105.00 is allotted to the City of Lynn School Department by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education for 237 Coordinated Family and Community Engagement Grant. Transfer the sum of $1,500.00 from the reserve account to the account of Comptroller Payroll. Transfer the sum of $15,068.00 from the reserve account to 3,000 to precinct payroll, 6,400 to printed ballots, and 5,668 to outside professional.
Council Calucci.
It was all good. Motion to approve.
Take the motion to approve. Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan? Yes. 11 yes.
And on the emergency, roll call, please.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Cahill? Yes. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes. New business. The investigation of the removal of the city council computer.
Attorney Lamont.
My understanding is that at approximately 6:24 this evening, Mr. Weeks' attorney, George Hazel, hand-delivered a motion to quash the subpoena under various grounds. He cites section 3(6)D of the Lynn City Charter that indicates that any subpoena must be served in hand. Mr. Weeks' Mr. Weeks' home was served by a constable on Friday afternoon. My understanding, he was not served in hand. Section 3(6)D of the Lynn City Charter requires that any individual that is required to appear before the Lynn City Council receive 5 days' notice. With the subpoena being issued on Friday, Mr. Weeks did not have the 5 days required pursuant to 3(6)D of the Lynn City Charter. He has prepared paperwork which appears to indicate that he intends to file a complaint to the Essex County Superior Court or District Court to quash the Lynn City Council's ability to subpoena him.
Thank you. And before we get started, it was my intent not to preside over the questioning of Mr. Weeks this evening. I think I made that statement in the newspaper. Since Mr. Weeks has made it clear that he's not going to be here this evening, this is going to be more of a procedural matter, I will stay at the podium. Open the floor to the council. Councilor Seer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Kind of find a little disturbing that Mr. Weeks isn't here this evening. 10 days ago, and I'm not sure when any other councilors received a letter from Mr. Weeks saying that a subpoena was not going to be necessary for him to appear in front of the council tonight. I mean, I believe he must have had his head in the sand somewhere, because the day after the council meeting 2 weeks ago, 14 days ago, it was in the paper saying that the Lynn City Council, first time ever, was going to subpoena him to appear here to answer questions in regards to the computer that was taken from the City Council office. You know, this is a person who works for the mayor. The mayor is supposed to be all about transparency and openness. I can't believe the mayor hasn't asked Mr. Weeks to appear here. There was no wrongdoing done. I'm going to request, I make a motion that the law department, if he does not appear here at our next council meeting, to enforce that subpoena and get him to come here on December 7th. I'm going to make a motion that they do that.
Recognize December 7th is.
Well, if he doesn't appear here on the 22nd of November, which I believe is our next
October.
I'm sorry. Our next council meeting. That he
At the next council meeting?
At the following council meeting.
Thank you. We're just going to recognize the motion. Is there a second on the motion?
Second.
Second. Discussion, Councilor Capano.
Yes, why wasn't it done in time? We have plenty of time. We have 14 days. Why?
Attorney Lamont.
Pursuant to the Lynn City Charter, no council order goes into effect until the mayor has an opportunity to sign that order. And the mayor signed that order, I believe, on Thursday. We received notice that it was signed on Thursday. She did sign the council order affirming your vote to subpoena, and he was served the following day, but that would not have been in 5 days, and he was not subpoenaed in hand pursuant to the section. Councilor Seer does correct this date on September 27th. Mr. Weeks wrote a letter to the City Council indicating that subpoena is not necessary. Speaking with his attorney over the last 48 hours, I've reminded his attorney that the subpoena was more of a formality. Mr. Weeks had indicated that he was going to appear and that there was no need for a subpoena to be issued.
Yeah, I also got a letter that
Councilor
I
Capano.
also got the same letter that said he would come without a subpoena. So we had 14 days, and are we saying that the mayor didn't sign it in time to get it here within 5 days, or did I misunderstand?
Attorney Lamont.
Pursuant to the City
city charter, the mayor has 10 days from the date of the vote. The clock starts ticking the following day. The mayor did sign it within the 10 days. The mayor has the ability not to sign a council order. In that case, it comes back and it goes into effect automatically. But it was signed within 10 days before the expiration of the 10th day. But by the time that the subpoena was issued and served upon Mr. Weeks, one, it was not in hand, and two, it was not within 5 days. So there were two technicalities that would prevent enforcement of that subpoena as is, and need to be reserved in hand and with the proper notice. Thank you.
Councilor Trahan.
President Lamont, if I could just put you back down. So did the mayor's office, at that night that we took the vote, did the mayor's office get that subpoena to sign it the following day? She had 10 days, the whole 10 days to do it?
My understanding is it's customary for the city clerk's office to forward all council orders to the mayor the following day or as soon as possible. But pursuant to the city charter, every mayor has an ability to sign or not sign. They have 10 legal days to make that decision.
Mr. President, through the chair to the city clerk, did the mayor receive that the following day?
Yes.
Thank you, that was all.
Councilor Cahill.
Mr. President, Mr. Lamont, did the council properly vote to issue a subpoena for Mr. Weeks?
It is the opinion of the law department that the city council has the ability to subpoena witnesses to investigate any matters involving city affairs. That was a legal vote.
That was a legal vote. Did the mayor legally codify or, I don't know what the proper term for that is, when you sign it, she approves it, essentially approved it. Did the mayor approve it properly?
Pursuant to our city charter, the mayor approved your vote and made it a binding law the day that you signed.
Was service done properly?
Service in this case was not done properly pursuant to section 36D of the city charter.
And now where is the matter? Is the matter in court?
I have no indication that it has been formally filed. As paperwork suggests it is ready to be filed, and it has not been filed yet.
So should this motion to quash be filed tomorrow, what would happen?
We would get a court appearance, my guess is sometime next week in advance of the next council. We serve.
What is your legal opinion as far as action taken by this body at this point?
If Mr. Weeks is properly served and is given 5 days' notice and is served in hand to appear at a hearing at a meeting before this honorable body, he is required to attend, as is any individual that receives a subpoena from this honorable body to appear with 5 days' notice in hand. That has not happened as of yet. That would have to be done with the subpoena indicating the date of the hearing that is expected to be.
And was there a request by this office or the law department to investigate this matter?
There was a request.
And was that investigation conducted?
Investigation was conducted.
And what was the result of that investigation?
Attorney David Grunenbaum issued a report today to the city solicitor, Michael Barry. Michael Barry, as city solicitor, is reviewing that report to see what the next appropriate step is. It came in today approximately at 1 o'clock.
And did you have a chance to review it?
I have seen the document.
And you've read it through?
I have.
And what is your legal opinion as to its effect and or opinion?
Since the city solicitor requested this investigation, I leave it to the city solicitor to make a determination when the next avenue is.
Very lawyerly answer.
It's also my boss.
Which leads me to my next point. It sounds as though Mr. Weeks is lawyered up. And that, as you know, Attorney Phelan and Attorney Kalen, Attorney Lamont, that's when things get screwed up and prolonged and protracted, and here we are in a legal mess. So, that's the current state of affairs.
Councilor Trahan.
Thank you. I got one more question for Mr. Lamont. And now after listening to Councilor Cahill, so now if we have to go to court, if he takes us to court tomorrow, and we have to go there next week, and then say the judge rules in our favor, do we have to re-subpoena him again, and he would need to, would the mayor have to sign that again? Or is it already, was the first subpoena just become?
It would be
done as early as tomorrow.
But then we go to court next week, and then after the court ruling the next day, we tell him that he has to come to our meeting, he won't possibly not have 5 days anyway.
The question is whether Mr. Weeks, through his attorney, will go to court. He's given a strong indication that he intends to go to court. It is our and Water Department's intention that he be reserved in compliance with sections 3(6)D of the City Council and in compliance with the council order that was signed by the mayor. Then it would be incumbent upon Mr. Weeks, if he chooses to continue to oppose the subpoena, to file that action in the appropriate court.
I just don't understand, as Councilor Sear said, I got the same letter, he just seemed very willing to come, he had nothing to hide, and now all of a sudden, that doesn't show, and now he's going to take us to court. It concerns me that there's something to hide, it's something. Whatever.
Councilor Calucci?
I think that he knew we were going to send a subpoena. He sent a letter, hoping that we didn't. Then we did. I think it was just like tit for tat. That's what I think happened.
Thank you, Councilor Creighton. Mr. President, through you to the members, I guess I just want a little clarification, if turn the line person might. So is there an existing subpoena request still out there? I guess, is this motion that's on the floor necessary, given that this existing motion is already out there?
If a subpoena is issued tomorrow or Thursday, there would be plenty of time, would comply with section 360 of the city charter, and that he would be served with 5 days notice. He still has additional objections. He does not believe, through his attorney, does not believe that this body of the city council can subpoena a non-city employee. We've looked at this chapter 268A, the conflict of interest laws, define what an employee is very, very broad. It's an individual that provides any service to a municipality, regardless of whether they get compensation or not compensation. I'm confident that if court is going to make a decision that he would be viewed as an employee, and would be subject to the subpoena.
Thank you.
Any additional questions? Councilor Cahill.
Mr. President, I just want to, either for you or Councilor Sear, exactly what this motion is, or does, with the effect of it.
The motion that I have is that the law department enforce the subpoena if he does not come to the meeting on October 22nd to make sure he comes to the next following meeting.
Councilor Sear.
It's to enforce the subpoena that we've already asked Mr. Weeks to appear in front of us, and for whatever reason, he's chose not to do that. But I also want to say that I think it was convenient for the mayor not to sign it in a more timely fashion. She talks about openness, transparency. If there was nothing done that they feel was wrong, what would be the harm for him to appear? I mean, it really does anger. It's like a game is being played. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know all the legal jargon, but I'm just an average guy, works hard, pays my taxes, and I'm being honest with you, I'm angry that he's not here. And I think that my fellow councilors should be too, because I think that, something was done to someone I care about in my own office. Her reputation, I think, has been tarnished, and I'm angry about that. She's a confidant to every single one of us. And there's a lot of information that each one of us put on that computer, that it's all public. Anybody that wants to see it, just come in and ask. That's what it's there for. Don't come in under the cover of darkness and climb underneath the desk on your hands and knees and do it when nobody's there. I'm really angry about it, and I think my fellow councilors should be too. I think the mayor should stand at this podium and apologize to Terry. I really do. So I'm going to stand by my motion that the law department enforce.
Second.
Councilor Cahill.
Thank you, Mr. President. Through you to the members, I guess I have a slightly different take. Not on the morality of the act, but actually on the procedural process that we've heard from Attorney Romano that everyone is going to comply. I initially voted against a subpoena because I felt as though Mr. Weeks deserved the proper notification. I believe he has the proper notification, although it was not, although the subpoena itself was not served properly. And rules are rules, whether you like them or not, the rules are the rules. So he does have a right to say he doesn't have to be here because he wasn't properly served. The charter says it, whatever. But I initially voted against it because I thought he deserved a right to be notified. He's clearly been notified. The mayor has signed off on the subpoena. She could have vetoed it. She did not veto it. So at this point, I do support the fact that he should be subpoenaed. So I'm changing my vote from last time because I think everyone has followed the proper procedures. And whether you like it or not, Ken Weeks did follow the procedures because as a lawyer, the right dutiful thing as a lawyer said, you weren't served properly. It's a technicality, it drives people crazy every day on legal technicalities, but we live by rules. So I will support the process going forward. I'll support Councilor Sears' motion.
I would too.
Councilor Net.
I believe that everyone deserves the fairness. So in this case, Councilor Kay is right. So the last time I voted against subpoena because I felt that the candidate was too harsh, it was too rushed, and he didn't have time to protect himself. But now, so we understand that we have the right to subpoena. So I also support the motion along with Councilor Sears as well. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Councilor Kreitz.
President, through you to the members, just one further question for Attorney Milano. Did you say that the city solicitor would be issuing an opinion or results of the investigation? Was that how we left off in terms of criminal obstruction?
My understanding is that Attorney Barry requested Attorney David Grunewald to conduct a factual investigation. At that time, not all of the facts that have come out to light, reporting and statements by various individuals, had happened at that point. That report was issued today. Attorney Barry is reviewing that report to make a determination whether the matter should be referred to any agency or the matter is essentially closed. He'll make that decision as the individual that requested the investigation in the first place.
Is there any time frame in terms of the decision?
I have not spoken to Attorney Barry regarding the time frame. It's been 2 weeks since many of these issues came to light. I would imagine that he'll act very promptly.
Thank you, Chairman.
Councilor Trahan.
Mr. President, now, do we have the right to see the results of that investigation in writing to the councilors? Do we get a copy of that? Once we get the rules?
I would defer that to Attorney Barry. If it is determined as a public record, then not only will this council have the ability to view it, anyone would.
So do you know that's going to be a public record?
I believe, I don't see any exception that would prevent this from being a public record.
Any additional questions, Councilor? Councilor Ford, did you have a question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't going to speak. I just wrote down a couple of notes that this is a strange action that took place. I think it should be 11-0. You know, we deserve to find a woman on. I mean, this was borderline criminal. Whether it's the mayor or Mr. Weeks or whoever did this, it should come in front of us. And I'm afraid the time frame Billy's looking for will probably be November 6th or 7th. But besides that, I just think it's serious enough whether Mayor Clancy or Mayor Marino or Mayor McManus or anyone, this is wrong, and we should be able to have it in front of us for question. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Councilor Trahan.
Just a comment. I mean, yeah, I might take some criticism for saying this, but sometimes we let the procedures, we go too far with the procedural stuff. I mean, procedures are meant to make the process flow so things work. They're not meant to obstruct. Does anybody really think that he shouldn't come here before us? I mean, this is the type of thing that, creates unnecessary drama, makes the city look bad, and just drags things out. Nobody wants to bring somebody down here and as the mayor puts it, sully their reputation. We've never done that to anybody. Quite the contrary to what's gone on from the mayor's office. I'm really upset about this. I cannot believe that we do not have the power to ask questions. I agree with Council Cahill and Council Seer. I think we should take this vote. It should be unanimous. I mean, we are a body of City Hall, and the legislative branch. We've been violated. It's been said in many different ways here. And you can use the procedures to help the process, or you can use procedures to obstruct and find technicalities that obstruct justice. This is wrong. So I think this has to be a unanimous vote, you know, and I hope that it is.
Council Barton.
Mr. President, after listening to everybody at the table, I think we're on the same page. Call for the vote.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes. Do you want an emergency?
Do we need an emergency on that, Attorney Lalonde?
Motion for emergency.
Motion made, seconded on emergency. Roll call, please.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill? Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes.
Any other new business?
Motion to adjourn.
Excuse me, before I recognize that.
I got 15 questions for the attorney.